Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I had this idea. I wanted to do this reading about how is the bond or the relationship between Hee Jin and NewJeans members. You know that there's a sort of like it seems like there's a separation, there's like an absence of hers when it comes to the girls. We haven't seen her, or, you know, I think that there's like a silence from her, or there's something in there that you're like, where is she? Did she disappear for good? What is her relationship with the girls? So, yeah, I'm going to do this tarot reading, not to explain or maybe justify things, just to see how is their relationship these days, if there's a relationship, if they're still talking, or what is the status of this. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and yeah, let's begin. I placed Hee Jin on the left, and then I placed the NewJeans members on the right, and in the middle we have the cards that would indicate like the possible future for this connection. From Hee Jin part, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we have the Three of Wands. And from the girls, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot. And in the middle, for the outcome, the overall feeling of this connection, we have the Two of Cups. And then I pulled an extra card from another deck, and I got the Eight of Cups, that the keyword is walk away. So it's so interesting, guys, because I was like, somehow I was like, waiting for maybe, a more like, kind of like a business perspective of this, but there's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of emotions, and I know that probably people that are probably a bit like upset, or maybe there's something about them being too close to her or too attached. It seemed people are like, that's not good, that's not good for the girls. But what can I say? The cards are like, yeah, there's an emotional bond. And I think that that emotional bond will continue for a very long time from both parties. There's a lot of love, a lot of correspondence, a lot of like mutual feelings, like, okay, I see you like family, I love you, and I'm going to keep expressing that I love you, that I respect you, that I consider you family, even if we don't work together. And then it's something more obvious that the Two of Cups at the end, as a representation of what is next to come, is this emotional connection. That I wish I could say that, this could also represent a possible collaboration in the future, then going back or then being seen with her again. But I don't know, because the cards at the end with the Eight of Cups, again, another very emotional card. It says walk away. And the Eight of Cups is about like somehow, it's like, when you really love someone, or when you really have this strong attachment, or you really feel like, you guys feel the same and there's this reciprocity. But maybe, when it comes to future plans, there has to be like, for me, there's a lot of feelings here. There's a lot of feelings, a lot of emotionality, a lot of sensitivity. So I think that maybe from both parties, this distance is necessary for them to go back to focus on their individual works, or maybe for them to be able to advance in whatever they are producing or they are thinking to do next. I think that from Hee Jin part, The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Wands. I think that she went through some a kind of like burnout, I would say, with these two tens, is giving me that maybe she was like also like too close, or she was too invested in the girls, and she was like, they're my family, or them and other people. I think that it's not just the girls, it's the girls and other people around the girls. I think that this is like a bigger group. This is not the love that she feels, or the community that she built around NewJeans, the relationship that she had with them is very special. I must say, the cards, at least from her side, I don't see her being malicious or her having like a hidden agenda. I think that her feelings for them were like, yeah, we are a family. Um, but I think that things got very bad for me, Hee Jin, especially mentally. I don't know if she was like getting a lot of backlash, or if she was getting threats or harassment of some sort. That with the Ten of Swords is like, I did my best to sustain this, but honestly, like, I'm a bit like, I'm tired. I'm tired mentally, or I'm struggling mentally, or this has been like a long journey, and I need I think that she's not going to stop. I think that probably she's like, I don't even see her taking a break. I think that she's like investing in other things. This is not a woman that is like on a hiatus, or I don't know, maybe people know about her and what she's doing. But with the Three of Wands, I think that she has already, she has her project, she has her vision of what she's going to do next. But I think that probably when it comes to NewJeans, there's this element of like, I needed to resolve my issues about this. I was too attached, or I was too immersed, and I was being attacked, and it was heavy. I needed to, somehow accept and embrace that I wasn't feeling well. I don't know if mentally she has like some kind of problems, if she has anxiety, or but it seemed like the fighting, or the maybe the back and forth of communication and statements. I think that it took a toll on her mental health, and with the Three of Wands, nevertheless, I think that she will continue supporting the girls from where she is. Also, the Three of Wands is giving me like she could do something for the girls in the near future. Because this woman is not going to stop. Like, but I don't think that it's like, oh, I'm working for them. No, I think that it's like, I have plenty of ideas. She's a very resourceful person. She's very creative, and I'm like, I'm going to, give this to the girls. This is for them. So I think that somehow she is still thinking about them. She's like, okay, when the time is right, I'm going to guys give you something to work with, and it's going to be very valuable. From the girl's perspective, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot. So for them, it's like, with the with the Knight of Cups, if people are like, oh, the girls love her so much, and they are like, yes, it's true. With the Knight of Cups, I do see them like they are so open to receive her back. It's like you know, they are not like, oh, well, we are separated, or we are, she's taking a break or from us, or it feels like they are still, waiting for her, and they are like, we will defend her. I don't think that it's necessary at this point for them to defend Min Hee Jin, but they have a lot of love for her. And they have a lot of openness, to resume the connection if, they have the possibility. It's just that maybe if they do resume the connection, there's something about them, somehow, having this relationship or this connection, maybe a more private, like because it's not so much like what I can get from you. It's more like, we are still family, or we still have this emotional attachment. um but the girls are very, their feelings towards her are very accepting. We have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Chariot. So whatever, if Hee Jin is going to give them something to work with, I see the girls advancing with this. This is why they love her so much, I guess, because there's something very resolutive about this person, about this woman, that I think that she has another ace under her sleeve. And in this case, it's not from a place of like, oh, you know, um, I'm going to post something about this person and I'm going to tell you, no, this is work. This is work related. This is material for them to advance maybe in the future of their careers or what they want to do in the future. I can see Hee Jin being like, okay, girls here. And I see them using this. And but they are all in the same page about this woman. There's a lot of receptivity. We at the end we have the Two of Cups. so I think that it doesn't matter how people perceive this bond, if they feel sorry for the girls or if there's something about the audience being like, I think that this is not healthy. For them it feels like family. For them it feels like it's safe to love one another. And I see from the girls that they are working together to keep advancing. So, let's um let's wait and see. But yeah, with the Two of Cups, I think that there's something about like you will not be able to separate them. You will not be able to separate Hee Jin and these girls. But there could be a sort of like maybe an action or a way of behavior being shown to the public about them seeming to be walking away from or Hee Jin being perceived as like, oh, she's walking away from the girls or she's leaving the girls. I think that there's a mutual understanding about this. There's like an agreement. I don't know if maybe for me, Hee Jin's perspective is like, I think that is the best that you and I, girls, we go different ways and that you can start over and use this in your benefit or in your advantage because I don't want to create more problems for you. I think that is a mutual agreement. The girls know. The girls have very intimate conversations with Hee Jin, so there's nothing and also this is like a very. I think that their connection is so emotional that it can also be telepathic because there's something about like we know her and she knows us, so we don't have to say much. We get it. So somehow the Eight of Cups, to walk away is somehow to renounce like, okay, maybe publicly we cannot say like, okay, we are still working with her because it seems like I think that Hee Jin had received a lot of backlash, and maybe there's something about her being censored also in the media, like people don't want her, but nevertheless she's still working. I see that she has something. She has plenty actually of creations. She's a very inspired person, even though she maybe mentally she's defeated, but the creations that she has a lot. So I'm like, she could give the girls because the girls are also open to receive. They are like, okay, whatever you advise us, we will do it. But I think that it doesn't matter if there's distance or if there's like a sort of separation of them, of Hee Jin, there's an acknowledgement of the bond. There's something of like, I see you and you see us. So that's all I see, guys. I wish I could give you something more like, um, more about action or maybe some statement or maybe something about I don't know, like they said, she said, no, but I think that this is a very telepathic kind of connection that they have. Is very private, but it's very deep. It's very deep. And this is why when I got all these cups, I'm like, both of them are so emotional for each other. But I think that from Hee Jin's part, we have the Three of Wands, and from the last card, and from NewJeans' part, we have the Chariot, as the last card. So there's something about, like, the show must go on. We will keep advancing no matter what. We are united. So let's see, guys. Let's see. I like this perspective. I like to see that no one is, like, I think that definitely means Hee Jin is struggling mentally, but I think that it's good to see that they are not suffering, like, especially the girls. I'm more worried about the girls. But they must have something. So we shall see, guys. So yeah, this is all I have. This is, well, for anyone that maybe is like, oh, well, we don't think like that. It's okay. This is just a tarot reading, sorry. I'm not claiming I know these people, but yeah, I wanted to do this reading to see the vibes. So yeah, this is what I get from this connection between me, Hee Jin, and NewJeans. So yes, guys, this is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.